I'ma break it to you easy. Y'all ain't messing with me. No, I don't gang bang, but you still know I'm the G. 1310 Liberty Street. Y'all niggas know that I'm from the free. We in the Buckeye State, going nuts like a Buckeye tree. O-H-I-O-V, up, eyes low. It ain't about why you living, but what would you die for?
Did y'all hear that, man? It ain't about why you living, but what would you die for? What would you die for? That's a tough question to ask yourself. What would you die for? Because it's easy to list off things that you want to live for. But what would you die for? What would you stand on so much that you're willing to die for it? So, like, if you don't know that, the answer to that question, you truly don't know yourself very on a deeper level. You don't know yourself on a deeper level if you don't know the things you are willing to die for. So ask yourself that. Learn about yourself, man. Some people never ask themselves that, never thought about it. So, yeah, what would you die for? It's just something that I wanted to ask since I heard it in the song from that 2016 release, Ohio to the Bone, that just got re-released on all streaming platforms. So go check that out. And the apparel just got released. So it's on the website. Go check it out. Links and things will be in the description. I will make sure you guys be able to go get that apparel. So make sure you go get it, man. Ohio to the Bone. It's available now, apparel and music. But let me get to the real reason why we are here and introduce you guys to who I am, because I am Cash Daniel, a.k.a. Cash D from the Free, and I am your host. We are in 1 p.m. studios, and this is the What's the Chances podcast. What's the chances you take a chance and it all works out? You never know until you take that chance. So take the chance and see, man. Like, cause just waiting around to see if something's gonna happen, it will not happen that way. So make sure you take the chance, man, because chances make champions. That's what they say. So today it is a Sunday morning. Super Bowl Sunday, actually. So it's before the Super Bowl. So if you're seeing this after the Super Bowl, any conversation about predictions or anything, this is prior to the Super Bowl happening. So, but yeah, we're not going to get into the Super Bowl talks quite yet because I want to keep this in order of kind of how I wanted to do things. I don't have a full script of what I want to do and say on the podcast, but I kind of got a structure that I want to run on the podcast. But first, I always want to start it with food for thought, which is just saying some words, leaving you with something that'll build you up and not break you down. So food for thought, it's just a little something to chicken noodle soup for the soul, if you will. But I wanted to start off with the phrase. Basically, it's just a phrase, I guess you would call it. What you say is who you are, so say what you mean. What you say is who you are, so say what you mean. I say that to say this, man. It's like if you say some off the wall stuff to people that really ain't what you mean, or you just talking out the side of your neck and you know that, like, if you never get an opportunity to speak to that person or those people again, that is who you are to those people forever. And cement it. That person still exists to those people. You may not be that person, but that person still exists to those people. So make sure when you meet somebody, speak to somebody, say what you mean and mean what you say, because what you say is who you are. So make sure you choose your words wisely, and those words truly represent who you are and who you want to be. And that's just the food for the food for thought segment of the podcast. I kind of want to break things up into segments a little bit, kind of keep me in line of what to talk about or when to talk about different things, kind of keep a flow to the podcast. This is let me see, this is a new occurrence, getting all the video and everything. I'm 2 episodes in. This is my 3rd episode, but the first 2 episodes were just solely audio. I didn't have the visual thing set up. So that's what took forever for episode 3, because I was like, no, episode 3, I need video. I need video. I need the works, like, because just dropping audio won't grab and get people the way I need to, because visuals just works a lot better. There's still people that listen to audio podcasts only, but the visual kind of gets it out there, and like the visual clips live a little bit better than the audio. So I was determined, and my determination to get the visual with the podcast led to me neglecting and not doing the podcast for a while. Like those 2 episodes, if you heard them, if you know, it's been a while before episode 3 dropped. So we're here with episode 3. I made a ton of excuses because I didn't have the video set up how I wanted, and this and that wasn't working. I don't have a co-host. I mean, I don't have somebody to do it with. So making all these excuses to not do, which that's not how things get done, making excuses. I mean, but I was making a ton of excuses for myself, feeling sorry for myself, because like I wasn't doing nothing. But to no fault of anyone else but me, I wasn't doing anything. I would maybe write a little bit, record a little bit, but I wasn't really truly releasing music. I wasn't engaging, networking, like catering to the followers and supporters, fans, whatever you want to call them. Like I just neglected all situations, just kind of turned into a zombie, a 9-to-5 zombie, going to work, come home, going to sleep, going to work, come home, going to sleep, and anything outside of that was getting neglected. So I have to check myself, man, like really check myself, look in the mirror and check myself, like, any of this, whose fault is it? It's no fault of anyone but myself. So I have to take accountability on what I want to get done and put things into action. So here we are with episode 3. Episode 3 with video and audio, man. And not letting excuses and depression, just anxiety, emotions, anything like that, not letting it get us down, picking ourselves up, and handling business and making things happen. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. And a pat on the back as well, because that is a tough task. It's not easy. It's not easy to push past those emotional blocks deep down inside you. You know what I mean? Because when you're feeling it in your soul, in your body, and your emotions, your feet, you can't get your feet to move. You can't. Sometimes people can't even get out of bed. Sometimes I ain't want to get out of bed, but you got to get up and go to work, make some money. So you know what I mean, like, but yeah, but kicking that, man, and putting boots on the ground. What's the Chances podcast, episode 3? It's here, and we got visual, we got sound, we got the works. So again, giving ourselves a round of applause, because We are doing this thing, man. We are doing this thing, and we getting it rock and rolling. So, I just hit you with the food for thought. Say what you say is who you are. So say what you mean. And I'm going to the no of the week. And the no-nos of the week will sometimes be comedic, serious, like something you need to hear. A little food for thought's a little lighter. No of the week. Sometimes it could be comedic or something that might sting, but you need to hear it. But today is something easy, but it's just passing judgment, but trying to disguise it as advice or constructive criticism, because most people can clearly tell the difference. And a lot of the times, when it's rooted in hate, you can't hide it. You can't hide it. It comes out, and it's not a good look. It's really not. So, yeah, man. If you want to give your opinions, make sure it's based out of true and genuine care to see a better outcome of what you're giving advice on, because we can tell the difference. Like, we just can. Like, it's there's a clear difference, and it comes out if you're giving fake advice, if you will. Fake advice, trying to just shade. That's what they call it nowadays, is the shade. The shade comes out. You can feel the shade, you see the shade, you know. So yeah, keep your advice to yourself if it's rooted in judgment. So like I said, it's Super Bowl Sunday. A lot going on. We got Kendrick Lamar doing the Super Bowl halftime show and all what comes with that. We got Patrick Mahomes going for a three-peat. The Chiefs going for a three-peat, but everybody wants to talk about Patrick Mahomes because it's his chase to pass Brady's legacy. And I mean, he got off to a hot start, so we'll see how things pan out completely. But at this moment, he may be well on his way to surpassing Brady's legacy, so we'll see about that. But what's the chances he gets his third? I believe it's kind of likely. I think he may get his third because I think there was tactics of war happening all week with uh I don't know if it's true or not. Like I said, it could be just tactics of Chiefs fans, Chiefs players, whoever. I don't know, but all the info about Saquon Barkley's fiance, girlfriend, wife, I'm not sure what she is to him. Forgive me, but there's a lot of stuff out there with tweets and old tweets, and yeah, there's a lot out there. I don't want to speak on it until things are confirmed. It could be alleged. I'm not sure, but it could be just a distraction tactic by the enemy to throw you off your game. So Saquon Barkley, don't let all this noise about what's going on with people in your personal life affect what you do on that field, man, because you are a beast. You are finally getting your just due as a running back, and you can be a Super Bowl champion. And by the end of the night, man, you could be a Super Bowl champion with the Lombardi Trophy, getting yourself a ring by the end of the night. So don't let the distractions knock you off your game, and rush for 100, man. Do 100, go for 100, couple touchdowns, and show them you can't knock me. So yeah, man. And on the rap side of the Super Bowl, Kendrick Lamar holding it down for the West Coast. He's been holding it down for the West Coast all year, pretty tough, man. And I think it's great what he's doing. Like a lot of people got a lot of takes on it. I think it's people got all these takes just because it's the hot topic to talk about, and it's rooted in algorithms. So if you kind of talk about Drake and Kendrick, people are going to see it because that's what the internet is interested in right now. Still, it's been a while because Drake's the biggest artist we've seen in a while. So when somebody kind of knocks down Goliath, it's big news, and the news reverberates for a while. So, but we're starting to see that Kendrick truly did win. Doesn't mean it's the end for Drake, not by no stretch of the imagination. But some of his responses and how he's handling this, because he's not really taking it well, it's affecting him worse than just losing the battle. His responses are affecting him worse, which at this point, you need to eat your L and keep just being the man that you say you are. Like, just be the guy, because you are the guy. You're the biggest rapper since Pac, you feel like. You know what I mean? You feel like you're the hugest, the biggest. Just be that. And stop trying to convince people, and just be that. Because if you just be that, people will follow along. But right now, people can see you trying to convince them, and it's not coming off as authentic. And that is the issue that people are having, and what they're seeing and what they're kind of calling out and poking fun at is because they see the inauthenticity with what he is doing and saying. So, Drake, my advice to you is just be the man. You the man, so just be the man. Don't try to convince people, you know what I mean? Like, because, like, you're wearing your insecurities insecure. That's not hip-hop. You got to be confident, man. You got to be confident. You wear your insecurities with confidence. You wear them like a badge of honor in hip-hop, man. That's what we do. Yeah, we don't shy away from our insecurities. We address them directly, and we're confident with them. Yeah, I've been through this, so what? Yeah, I seen this, so what? Yeah, I done this, so what? Yeah, I got this, so what? Yeah, I look like this, so what? Like, come on, man. You gotta be confident, man. And right now, your insecurities are really showing, and it's not a good look. I feel like it's affecting you more than the battle did. So, yeah, my advice is just keep being the man, Drake, because like it's not like your career is over. It's like people seeing, like a couple people seeing that Bruce Wayne is Batman, or found out that Superman is Clark Kent. Like, okay, this superhero is actually a regular human being. Doesn't mean that they were, well, I guess Clark Kent really isn't a regular human being when you're Superman, but it's like, just doesn't mean, just because they seen you as you in your human form doesn't mean you still can't be super. So don't think these people, just because they poking fun, or because if you don't remember, Drake, you have always been a meme. You have always been made fun of, but they were laughing with you, not at you. It could still be a situation of laughing with you, but you can't make it like they're laughing at you, because they will laugh at you. The internet will laugh at you. Make them laugh with you. Be the man. Make them laugh with you, and just move. Keep it moving. Keep it pushing, man, because your responses to it at this moment, not the best look. But I don't want to make this like it's a therapy session from me to Drake. Drake doesn't know who I am. He may or may not see this. Who knows? But that's just my advice, my feelings on the situation. I don't think Drake's career is over at all because like he's still Drake, but he did lose. And the take everybody has is like, oh, Kendrick's having the biggest moment ever because only because he dissed Drake. Do you forget that Kendrick does this all the time? He goes away to live his life, comes, drops some music. Kendrick has fans. Kendrick has motion. So when Kendrick drops music, people come out to pay attention to it, and then he goes away. That is the old school system of making music. Is you live life to build up the content to go then make the music. But nowadays people are living and recording and making music about every moment, all day, every day, all the time. So it's like microwave music, boom, 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 put it out, put it out, put it out. You did the same thing as you did yesterday, so you're probably gonna rap and be in the same mode as you were in yesterday. So you almost might make the same song as you did yesterday. But if you go live some life and you have a ton of experience built into you that you want to talk about, oh, I feel this way, I felt that way, I've been here, I've done that. When you sit down to make a collection of songs, your beat selections might be a little more versatile. What you want to talk about might be more versatile. Your emotions might be a little more versatile. You might have a wider range of emotions you felt in the time that you haven't made the music because you were just living. So sometimes you just need to let life breathe, so then it can breathe life into your creations. Because if you're constantly creating and releasing, it's kind of like microwave music. I get the pace of what fans are consuming nowadays is a lot faster, but you kind of have to find a balance to be able to make the most authentic, like like well thought project, as well as getting it to your fans in a timely fashion. If you haven't cultivated a fan base that is okay with you waiting, like some other artist, the bigger artists, because that was the rotation of artists back in the day. Because it's like, yeah, record the album, tour, promote the album, get off tour, work on the next album, repeat. Like that's just, but now it's just like, yeah, recording, dropping music, doing shows and all that in the same, it's really not a cycle. And it's, I mean, in the independent aspect of it is kind of tying into that too. And yeah, when you're independent, you do have to keep up with demand at a different pace because you don't have as wide of a reach. So your records don't breathe as long with what fan base you got. But don't stop working a record just because the few people that are in your circle or in your fan base, your supporters, followers, whatever, like just because they heard it, it's old to them, they tired of it, you tired of it, or whatever. There's a billion other people that have not heard it and may love it. So don't stop working a record just because it's old to you and the few people around you. Like this is to up and coming independent artists. So keep working a record, and this is advice to myself too, because I fall victim to this stuff. So when I'm giving advice, it's advice to myself too. So we can hold each other accountable. But yeah, Super Bowl Sunday. 24-21, Chiefs win. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs get their third Super Bowl. I would like to see the Eagles win, but I feel like Patrick Mahomes is the difference maker, and he will be the one and the reason because he's just a winner, man. I mean, Jalen Hurts is a dog too, Saquon Barkley, but it's just tough. Like, I learned my lesson, man, when Tom Brady was having his run. It was like, don't bet against Tom Brady, and it came to show true pretty much most of the time. You don't bet against Tom Brady. So And when Patrick Mahomes went up against Tom Brady, it was like, don't bet against Tom Brady. There's no more Tom Brady, so it's don't bet against Patrick Mahomes. We'll see what happens. But yeah, 24-21. So that is my prediction. This is Sunday morning before the Super Bowl, 24-21 Chiefs. So don't come at me for my predictions if they're wrong. This is just a quick before the Super Bowl prediction, just in case this gets released after or you see it after 24-21 Chiefs. So what's the chances Chiefs get their three-peat? I think it's kind of likely. What's the chances Kendrick Lamar and the crowd says A minor in unison and the whole place erupts? I think it is 100% likely. It's finna happen. He might do a shortened version of it, a easier to digest for the courts, Drake and his fans and everything. It might be a version of it that is a little bit easier to digest, but it's definitely finna happen. So yeah, man. This is episode 3, and I think I'm gonna wrap this thing up. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, and episode 4 won't be as long as it took for episode 3 to come out. I promise. I will be locked in, loaded, and getting to it, and not letting time pass, man, and getting down on myself and making excuses and not doing what I know I need to do, know what I can do, and know what I should do. I'm just going to do it. So with that, again, I appreciate you guys, and peace out.
I'm a out to the bone and I'ma rip that shit till I'm dead.